So to construct our confidence interval, we're going to use the t distribution. And the reason we're using t rather than standard normal is because we have a very small sample size. We only have 5 observations. And also we don't know the population standard deviation. So this is the formula we're going to be using to find our confidence interval. And the question only asks for the upper bound, so we don't even need to worry about minus. We're just going to worry about plus. So we need 4 pieces of information. We need x bar, which is a sample mean. We need s, sample standard deviation. We need n, which is the sample size. And we need this value of t, which is the critical value of t associated with our confidence level and our degrees of freedom. So let's start with n. N is the easiest one. We just count how many observations we have. So our n is 5. Now for sample mean, there are many ways to do this. You could just do this by hand. You add all the values together. You divide by this sample size. Or you could use a graphing calculator or R. I'm just going to use Wolfram Alpha because I have it here. So you type mean and then the data. And we get a sample mean of 161.2924. So let's put that in. 161.924. Same thing for standard deviation. You could do this by hand or with a graphing calculator. I'm just going to use Wolfram Alpha. SD, our data. And our sample standard deviation is 20.6341. Okay, so now we just need our critical t value. A typical way to do this would be to use a t-table like this one. So this gives all these critical values associated with different degrees of freedom and confidence levels. So for confidence interval, we always want to look at 2 tails because it's a symmetric confidence interval, and we want 0.05 in the tail area because our confidence level is 95%. So alpha is just 1 minus the confidence level. And our degrees of freedom is 4 because degrees of freedom is n minus 1. So we look at the row with 4, and we look at the column with 0.05, and we find our t value, which is 2.776. So let's put that in, 2.776. So this is it. This is how we find the upper bound of our confidence interval. We could plug this into a calculator and we find out that the answer is 187.54. So I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.